tensions had been simmering throughout Europe for years between the six empires, before World War I actually began in 1914. The spark that caused all-out war occurred in the Bosnian city of Sarajevo, where Serb nationalists assassinated the heir to the Austrian-Hungarian throne, Crown Prince Franz Ferdinand.
If we were to hold a second of silence for every one of the 18 million people killed, innocent people, we would have to stay silent for 2 years. The assassination marked the start of a disaster.
Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, and an extensive chain of alliances ended up drawing the great powers into the conflict. Two sides formed. The Central Powers, made up of Germany, Austria-Hungary, Bulgaria, and the Ottoman Empire, fought against the Allied powers. They were Great Britain, France, Russia, Italy, and later Japan and the United States. The war brought devastation on a scale people had never seen before. It changed the face of warfare, with the arrival of submarines, tanks, poison gas, and machine guns. Germany began fighting on the Western Front by invading France through neutral Belgium. Austria-Hungary opened fighting on the Eastern Front by invading Russia. A little more than a month after the war began in the First Battle of the Marne, French and British forces managed to drive Germans back from marching on Paris. But for the next 3 years, both sides dug into trenches. The battle lines changed little from then on, but both sides fought brutal battles. First at the Battle of Verdun, the war's longest with almost 1 million casualties, and then at the Battle of Somme. In the south, the Gallipoli campaign was fought in 1915. The Allies tried to score a victory against Germany by attacking its ally, Turkey. Allied soldiers, mainly from Australia and New Zealand, were sent to the Turkish peninsula and, assisted by British ships, launched an attack. The invasion was a failure. In the East, anger over the war helped lead to the Russian Revolution and the establishment of a communist republic. At the start of World War I, 20 million soldiers were mobilized, but as the war dragged on and gained momentum, that number rose to around 70 million. By the time the war finally ended on November 11, 1918, the Allied powers had claimed victory and 4 empires had crumbled. More than 18 million soldiers and civilians were dead. And the harsh terms of the Treaty of Versailles would help lead to another war 21 years later. Pirovolakis, TRT World.